I wasn't around yesterday, so I've been hearing bits and pieces of things that happened. So maybe Vito can shine some light on the meeting you had with BBMC. We'll talk about that in a bit. Um, I guess we'll just go down the list of the most important thing right now. This conflict with GG is um, we have a ceasefire, as you saw it in the document. They're requesting us to make a payment, the original amount, and return the chains, and they won't be, I guess, looking for any more problems. It is of my opinion that we perhaps should make this payment. We have a lot to build here. We can't build it if we have this distraction. If people are bleeding out, people are getting killed, if we're losing money to prison charges or whatever, loss of equipment. So I'm looking to potentially hand over the chains and also make the payment. Get that shit out of the way. Who knows what's going to happen in 17, 18 years from now, but, because they might end up, or they very likely will end up going to war with Lang. If that's the case, we will back him up. But it won't be as personal as this is with this debt. Any questions? Vito, you good with that? Joe?
Yeah.
Peace now. We'll know later.
For a different reason, though, right?
Yeah. But, it's what it is, right?
So what do you suggest?
No, I said, no, you're doing the right thing, I think. Helps us build ourselves, which we need to do. We need to get on doing that. Get back to business. Because down the road, shit's gonna happen. We gotta be more prepared for it. This was a good wake-up call for us.
Do you mind if I say something, sir?
Yeah, go ahead.
I do think that this is a very logical decision. I think that my only thing that I can see with it is that, if in, a couple, years, whenever they get out, we're going to be thrown into a much bigger altercation. I feel like this could have, and possibly still could, serve as a bit of a testing ground. Quite a bit of this has been us sort of just standing around, a lot of us in this room. Can you see them sitting down?
Yeah.
All right. I was essentially just saying that I feel like a lot of us didn't get to actually get that much experience. I know that me, personally, I took some hits from them, but I never really got to be a part of anything to swing back. So I guess my only concern is, like, this is sort of a chance to test ourselves against the lesser evil. But I also see the logic of pausing this and building up our supplies and resources and strength. But I guess that's just one thing that I feel like could be considered.
Truth is, there's no guarantees you're ever going to be guaranteed on the 6-man squad. That's the problem we have. We're always bound by 6 people. If you're around to get picked up, then you need to accept you're not going to get picked up.
I mean, I'm around, but can there only be 1 6?
Yes.
Yeah.
Only 1 6 at one time, anytime hunting. And it's whoever's there, whoever's making the call to take that 6, it's on them to pick the 6. And truth be told, people are going to get left out. You just need to accept it. I know it's bad, I know it's not fair, but it's just the life we live on in this city.
Defending is a different thing, right? Because they have
Defending
come here.
Yes.
Right. But at the same time, the parties that have been sent out have been very successful. revenge has been served in the coldest manner. Maybe not directly at your hands, but the boys have done a really good job. That should be sufficient. Now, don't get me wrong. We don't forget what has happened. We don't forget that these fuckers are trying to big dick us, or they have plenty of years more experience than we do. We ain't gonna forget that. So our time will come.
Thing
And we'll
is,
mop the
like,
floor with them.
if it comes to it in 17 years, right? Chances are, it's not going to be GG versus the Italians. It's going to be GG versus Lang. And when it's versus Lang, you're going to have Lang's people and potentially the odd fella from either Luciano, me, people that Lang knows. Now, if that brings trouble to Little Italy, then we can just simply go on the defensive against that. I know people might not want to be on the defensive, but y'all saw what happened at Roosters. And that is an option. Like, the reality is, right now, it's been GG versus Italians because of the situation with Boris and the chains. However, next time it's going to be GG versus Lang. So Italians being on the defensive, if that means holding down Little Italy or making sure you're rolling around by yourself, not by yourself, with people in different outfits and that, then so be it. But it's not going to be an Italian and GG thing. Lang may call for help from the people that Lang knows, and that's just the way things are.
But if it's going to drag us into it regardless, like you said, Frankie, right? I mean, if a few of us go out when Lang calls out for help and it's going to drag us into it, they're gonna hit us. They're gonna hit us, and if we're on the defensive, then, in my opinion, I think we should draw a clear line, Luciano. I think we should draw a clean line between us and Lang. I understand that we answer the call when Lang makes it, and I'm not disagreeing with that. I think we should answer the call, but we should answer it independently. We should act in his defense or their defense independently, not mixed. You know what I mean? Let him defend himself, and let us answer the call to help separately.
Isn't that what the idea was?
No, because we're talking about a mixed group here, right? We're talking about, people that Lang knows, like Frankie said, like you, Frankie. I believe Carlo was involved in some things as well, along
that's
with
different.
people from Lang's group, right? So
If Lang goes out to fight, I'll probably be next to him. Frankie might be. That's it.
Well,
And
that's
the-
the issue.
Now, if Little Italy is
Right.
hit, that means you guys can also assemble and do something separately. Then we're not bound by one hunting party. Very different.
that's the thing. I don't know if that is the case though, because you are us. You are part of us, and you're out in a hunting party. You know what I mean?
That is true.
It's the reason why people are still getting stabbed in prison.
That's what I was about to say. Like, if they see me, if they see Luciano in that hunting party, they're automatically going to start targeting Italians. That's what they do. Is the guys, the way they think. It's the way it is.
I mean, the way that I look at it, if I may say something, right now, a lot of us don't have the experience that's needed. Some of us don't have the funds that are needed to make sure that we are funded enough to get our own guns, to get body armor. So I think for now it would indeed be a good decision.
Hold on. Well, what do you mean you don't have funds to get your own guns?
No,
Guns are provided to you without any cost.
No, I know, but I mean, people also want to be, funded enough themselves for, if moments come where, for instance, you guys are busy and we need to grab new guns or anything like that. I know that I had a time where I unfortunately had to ask you to buy me a few guns, which I hated doing.
Yeah,
want to
you were
be
3
able
days
to
into the
provide-
city, Lorenzo.
I know.
I feel like at this point, most, if not all of you, should have somewhat of a stable financial, I don't know, support to at least buy yourselves body armor. If you need a gun, you go to Tiny. Simple as that. Or Joe. Or myself. Or Frankie.
Yeah. There is one thing that I do fear, though. So they want the 750 and their chains, correct?
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
last time that we were all in prison, I can remember. Well, isn't it also something that's being brought up a lot? The passport from Cal Pred that he keeps wanting to go and fight over?
I mean, that's over. I mean, from my knowledge, at least, they blew up the fucking island.
Island is radioactive.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
might it not be more of like, ooh, I just want what's mine type of thing?
I hear he's got a vendetta against this kind of shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this has all been settled. It's 750. It doesn't matter what the contents of the warehouse were. That's it. End of story. They want the change as well. Doesn't matter what was in there. If his mother was in there, it don't fucking matter.
I do have a question though for you, Luch. Actually, if you're done, Lorenzo.
Yeah.
So I know that you mentioned like we're there, we'll be there to be called upon, to help with defending Lang, which I get that. But what if in the case of like the goons? I mean, does that fall under Lang?
Yeah, goons are going to be there too. We all are.
Okay. So
Might as well rope us
potentially,
both.
right. So potentially, the BBMC stuff is probably gonna kick back off.
Maybe the case, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And so this is again why I think about drawing clear lines in terms of operational stuff, because what is inevitably gonna end up happening is that there's gonna be one hunting group from our end, in which you are gonna be involved, Luch, very likely. The rest of us are gonna be on the defensive, while at the same time we're gonna have fucking Gulag with a hunting group, BBMC with a hunting group, fucking piss babies with a hunting group, all at the same time coming at us. So if there's clear definitions, for example, between the goons, Lang, and us, then each of us could just have a hunting party. And we
So you're
could
saying
kind
I
of,
don't go out with Lang to do what I got to do?
I'm saying it would be better if you took out our boys instead. If you took out a group from here, and we led our own hunting party, and let Lang do what he's doing to defend himself. Let the goons do what they're doing to help Lang. Clear, defined, separations in terms of hunting groups.
Hmm.
Because that would effectively level the playing field in terms of numbers, at least, right?
Yeah, I see what you're
Because-
saying.
Because what is inevitably going to happen is what I just said, right? We're going to have three groups coming at us, and it's probably going to be back to back or even at the same time, and we're going to not be able to do anything offensively, at least.
Not to mention this new law, right? That's gonna really cause some problems.
We'll figure it out, guys. We're thinking way up ahead of fucking time here. Still got 17, 18 years to go. Anything can happen.
And we
that's
need
true.
to start getting everyone familiarized with the city and being able to, in order to work on comms, work on knowledge of the place around us and things like that, what call outs are right, plans if we need to fucking lead to ambushes or plans so we've not got one car by itself and we're waiting on others to come. I can help with that. If we've got 17 years before potentially something happens, and I've got 17 years to fucking do a Rocky training montage.
I think that's absolutely. I am probably speaking on behalf of a few people here, but there is a lot of knowledge in the city, a lot of know-how that we don't have, and that is probably at the end of the day going to be our biggest disadvantage. We're coming against people that are very well established, very knowledgeable, very skilled. A lot of us, myself included, are still pretty fresh off the block, right? So, yeah, training is needed. Awareness is needed. Knowledge is needed. Frankie, are you able to set something like that up? You need any help doing so?
Look, these guys have more experience than me. I'll do my best. I'll do my best. I've got people I can speak to, I can get help from and shit like that. But trust me, I have a plan already.
Perfect.
Okay, perfect. Another thing, kind of on the same train of thought here. Loach, these piss babies, from my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, these piss babies, they are hired by GULAG, correct? They are like mercenaries, is that correct?
They're like an adjacent group.
It's like an umbrella, I think.
Yeah.
I
Like a
wouldn't, I
street
wouldn't,
group.
I wouldn't go as far as say umbrella. I'd go as far as say is they are trying to
Prove
get
themselves.
into GG.
Like a farm
And
team.
It's like the B squad or whatever.
yeah,
Something like
Like the
that.
ragazzi.
Yeah, like the ragazzi of Gulag.
Oh.
Anybody have any food, Joe? You got some food?
Jesus Christ, just like your fucking brother. Here you go.
Told you it wasn't just me.
My man.
Now lose the weight.
Listen, I'm not asking you because you're white, and I'm just the closest person next to me, you know?
Oh, yeah, all right. Yeah, okay.
Right. Well, just like they are perhaps hiring or getting these piss babies to do their some of the work for them in that sense. Have you perhaps discussed this with Lang, the possibility of bringing on another group to help us? Or to help him, rather, right? I mean,
I don't know. I don't know his plans. I don't know what plans he has. Whether he hires an external party or not. There was a possibility of Hydra being involved, but I don't know. I don't know what he's going to do
Right.
with that.
well, it's maybe something that, since you have direct contact with him, and most of us here don't, in fact, none of us do, except for Eve, it's perhaps something that you could bring up, you know?
Sure. Yeah. As we get closer, I'm sure he's got this at the top of his mind as well, right? So we'll just
Sure,
have to
sure.
wait. Right now, we're thinking about something that's going to happen in a month's time, guys. Technically, half a month.
Yeah.
We need to focus on what we're going to do now, okay? This decision about putting an end to the war with Gulag, that's what we have to decide now. We're just going to get carried away with so many fucking little details of things that may or may not happen. So, I just want to make sure that despite us putting this war to an end now, doesn't mean you're not going to get your lick in the future. Now, does anybody disagree with this decision? All right. Then I'll get the money sorted tomorrow. And that'll be the end of it. You go back to doing business. We start promoting our new store. For those of you that don't know, we have a bank account already ready for the store. We have inventory already stocked up. Baseball bats, sledgehammers, brass knuckles, daggers. Want you guys going out there, fucking talking to people, bringing them here to Little Italy to see the products, letting them know maybe what we're gonna be doing around here. Anybody comes around, we can show them our vision, what kind of businesses that are gonna be opening. I'm already gonna send another proposal for the meats. I'll talk to Corleone, settle that. We need to get back to business. We need to get back to what we're good at, what we're best at.